Today we go to Pumpkin Festival at the Denver Botanic Gardens, Chatfield Farms, which, despite its name, is in Littleton, Colorado. This is one of fall's best festivals in our opinion. It's got great food, great entertainment, tons of things for the kids to do, and on top of all of that, you get a crazy selection of pumpkins, and you get access to all of Chatfield Farms while you're there. So this is one that you truly don't want to miss. Alright, before we get going too far into this, I have to mention that Hayley and I own a real estate brokerage in the area, and Hayley's also a lender, so if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Colorado, please keep us in mind. We would love to help. We're going to the Pumpkin Festival.
Yeah, we are.
It's over there. Excited about the Pumpkin Festival.
Yeah.
At Chatfield Botanic Gardens.
There's a lot of cars.
Yeah. We're going in. Look at all these people with all their pumpkins. Look at this. We're at the Pumpkin Festival. Here you can see a map of all the great things that there are to do at Pumpkin Festival. We didn't even get over to that inflatable thing. Went in to Pumpkin Fest. It would have been real easy to sneak in here.
I mean, literally could have just walked in.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Here it is, old discs. They're down here. Super family friendly event. Behind us there's a whole inflatable station where they had all these inflatables that the kids could play around on. All these stations here for kids as well. Wagon rides, you name it. Pumpkin Festival had it. There's also a lot of antiques at Pumpkin Festival as well. Wagon rides here. Here we get to see all this fun stuff. But these guys were doing it. Listen to that whistle blow. All of these machines were super fun to see, including this old washing machine here. Sure wasn't as easy as it is today, that's for sure. But this was innovation, and this is what made washing your clothes easier from the start. I know Hayley wouldn't like that agitator in there. There was also a lot of antique cars, like this Model A here, as well as a ton of antique farm equipment as well. I grew up on a farm, so this is fun, reminding me of home here. Here we go down by where Doe Creek runs. This is the coolest thing about this festival is you get access to the whole Botanic Gardens at Chatfield Farms as well. So not just a pumpkin festival, but also a ticket in. Now we're going to explore some of the food at Pumpkin Festival, and there was so much of it. But we will have to make a stop by this Cool Beads, a Colorado version of Dippin' Dots.
Okay. Well, I really want to make sure of cookies and cream cookie dough strawberry. I don't know if we'll do all those.
You want 3?
Yeah.
Wow. I could get a beer.
Get a beer. That sounds fun for you. I like to taste it.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure it's
I can do my best. It might not be totally even.
That's totally okay. Yeah, I'm just feeling all the flavors.
Yeah,
Can I do the big one? Can I do cookie dough, cookies and cream, and strawberry.
Okay. Is it cool if I layer them? I usually do half and half.
Yeah, any way to get it in the cup works great.
Wow, he's really accommodating. Starting with the strawberry over there. And that is service, by the way. Getting someone who is pregnant exactly the order they want, even if it is 3 different flavors of cool beads. I mean, who could choose just one?
Alright, strawberry pound of soy on the bottom.
That's perfect.
Just the one?
Yes.
Alrighty. $11.
Good?
Yeah.
Is it better than Dippin' Dots?
Yeah, because it's made in Colorado.
Wow. But seriously though, the food didn't just end there. I'd say altogether there was between 15 to 20 food trucks here. So come hungry to this place. There's all sorts of stuff. Here we're going to walk around where they had some live music set up. That's the line for the beer. And I'm going to dabble a little bit. First one here in a while. Fruit Punch IPA.
First
Wow,
beer
it's really fruity.
in... How long has it been since you've had a
10
drink?
months. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good first one though. It tastes like fruit punch.
Really?
Yeah. They probably make it with fruit punch.
I'll try it eventually.
Not now.
Once I have
Even though they
baby.
gave her an acorn to get a drink.
I did get a stamp, which was a compliment because you didn't notice my pregnant self.
Wow. Here we are, walking through the Botanic Gardens a little bit, over to where you can get pumpkins. And I mean, there were some giant pumpkins people were carrying. These weren't your run-of-the-mill, get them at the grocery store pumpkins. There was all shapes, all sizes. But here's what's really cool about this place. Is you get a little bit tired of Pumpkin Festival, wander off on these back trails and get over here to the Botanic Gardens, and you've got an oasis. And here's what we noticed. It wasn't busy. Yeah, that's right. The Pumpkin Festival was slammed. I mean, really busy. But if you walked into the Botanic Gardens, there was hardly anyone in there. So, you got to enjoy a lot of this stuff in peace and quiet. Chatfield Farms traces its roots back to the late 1800s when the area was first settled by European immigrants. Before that, it was a common hunting ground for the Ute Native Americans. Among the earliest settlers here were the Hildebrand family, who established a homestead in the land in 1866. The property centerpiece, the Hildebrand Ranch, for walking around, remains a prominent historical feature on the grounds, providing visitors with a glimpse into pioneer life. The family cultivated the land and raised the livestock, surviving the often harsh realities of frontier life in Colorado. As the state developed, so did the significance of the Chatfield area. The nearby Platte River provided fertile soil, enabling early settlers to farm successfully and contribute to the growing agricultural community in the region. Chatfield Reservoir wasn't always here. We can see that here on this old map. The pivotal event in the area's modern history came in the wake of the catastrophic 1965 flood that devastated parts of Denver. In response, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers undertook the construction of the Chatfield Dam to manage floodwaters from the South Platte River. This dam, completed in '75, created the Chatfield Reservoir, transforming the surrounding land into what is now Chatfield State Park. As part of this development, portions of the land were repurposed for recreation and conservation, and as a result of that, a lot of people, like the Hildebrands, were kicked off their ranch, told they couldn't live in this beautiful house right here, and had to relocate to other places on their ranch. The transformation from farmland to botanic gardens began in '75, when the Denver Botanic Gardens leased a portion of the property from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, originally known as the Chatfield Arboretum. The The land was envisioned as an extension of the main Denver Botanic Gardens, focusing on native plants, ecological preservation, and agricultural heritage. True to its farming heritage, Chatfield Farms operates a community-supported agricultural program, allowing locals to purchase shares of fresh produce grown on site. The CSA program not only supports local farming, but also educates the public about sustainable agriculture and seasonal growing cycles. Here's the lavender farm and the cut flower field, which you can see. Visitors can witness how the land continues to be productive while embracing modern sustainable practices. There's a ton of seasonal events here. We're at one of them. The corn maze, which we're going to go to, is another one of them, but there's also a lavender festival, which we haven't been to. We're excited to go to next year. Chatfield Farms also plays a crucial role in habitat restoration and wildlife conservation. The wetlands area on the property is a protected habitat for various bird species, as well as other native wildlife. And by bird species, I'm not talking about these chickens here, but man, are they awesome. The Deer Creek that winds through the farm provides crucial riparian habitat, and the restoration efforts aim to protect Colorado's native plant species and offer sanctuary for birds and pollinators. In partnership with local and national conservation organizations, Chatfield Farm serves as a living laboratory for ecological research and sustainable land management. Here's a butterfly house with all sorts of fun things in there. And here we're walking on another one of the main sections of Chatfield. Here's the Earl J. Cinnamon Center. So we had a lot of fun here because we get to walk around and we get to see all this good stuff, including Chatfield Farms, the Hildebrand Ranch. We get to really immerse ourselves in history. Alright, back into the festival here. Don't only come hungry, come ready to shop, because there's tons of great artisans at the Pumpkin Festival as well, including some locally grown apples, which we get, some apple cider here. But seriously, all sorts of stuff around here. Bakeries, clothing, honey. It's kind of like a farmer's market. There's some cute little dog bibs. And what we found really funny was back here, which was the pumpkin daycare. So if you bought a pumpkin, feel free, put your pumpkin in daycare, enjoy the rest of the festival, come back and get your pumpkin. I don't know what happens to the neglected pumpkins though. That's a question for Denver Botanic Gardens. Live music permeating the whole atmosphere there. And now we're going to enjoy the farm for a little bit. Gotta enjoy a good corn maze. We elected to just do the halfway entrance here because, you know, enough being lost in corn's enough, if you know what I mean. We're in the corn maze. Amazing. Get it?
Oh yeah.
It's called maze. All bad puns aside, good time in the corn maze. Last but not least, before we go, we had to get a giant turkey leg. Hope you enjoyed Pumpkin Festival. Come check it out next year.